Good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Actually, today we are going to discuss some new things at the maths. First of all, you just tell me that which is the tallest building of the world? Have you ever seen it?
No.
Look here. That is Burj Khalifa. What is it?
Burj Khalifa.
Okay, tell me the widest river of the world.
Amazon River.
That is Amazon River. It is Amazon River. You people have ever think that how does it possible to be described that it is the tallest building, it is the widest river? Have you ever think? That means anybody is just climbing on the Burj Khalifa with the measuring tape and then he is going to measure the height of the Burj Khalifa. Is it possible?
No.
And for measuring the width of the river means one people dive into the river and just go from one end to another river to another end of the river to measure the width of the river. Is it possible? It is convenient.
No.
So how can you just think that you are the detective and you have to determine the length, height of the Burj Khalifa as well as width of the river? How would be it possible? You just think. Is there any way? Is there any way?
Yes.
How does it possible? Actually, in maths, it is possible. With the help of the trigonometry, we can easily determine the height of any tall building, width of the river. Means जो इस तरीके की things हैं, जिनको हम ये बोले कि that is not possible. Width of the river, it is not possible that someone is dive into the river and he goes from one end to another end. That is not convenient. So in the maths, we can easily determine the height of any building as well as width of the river with the help of the trigonometry. How can it possible? Actually, in the trigonometry, it is the ratio of the sides and angles of a right angle triangle. For any use of the trigonometry, it is must that the triangle should be a right angle triangle. First of all, some basic terms which we are going to use here, that is line of sight. It is line of sight. Line of sight means the object, a kite is flying at the sky and we just look at the sky. Okay, so that is line of sight. The point through which, the line through which we are going to see the kite, that is line of sight. And it is, from the observer eye, it is the horizontal level. Okay, then here two terms arise. The one is line of sight and other is angle of elevation. The first one is line of sight. Line of sight is the line through the observer to the object which is going to be viewed by the observer. The second one is horizontal level. The horizontal level must be parallel to the eye level. It is above the horizontal. It is the ground surface now, but object is here. So what is the horizontal line? The horizontal line must be just above, just parallel to the observer's eye. And the angle between the line of sight and the horizontal line, when the object is just above the horizontal line, object is kite now, and kite is flying above the horizontal line. So that is angle of elevation. So what do you mean by the angle of elevation? Angle of elevation means it is defined as the angle between line of sight and the horizontal line. But when object is viewed from above the horizontal line, object is above the horizontal line. But many of the times the object may be below the horizontal line. It is possible.
Yes.
So when object is below the, suppose one girl is there and she is going to examine. What she examined, that she is at the top of the building and one object is there, one football is there. She is going to examine the football. Okay, then where is the horizontal line? Horizontal line must be at the eye level, parallel to the eye level. And object is below the horizontal line or above the horizontal line?
Below.
So when object is just below the horizontal line, then the angle formed between the line of sight as well as horizontal level, that is known as angle of depression. That is known as angle of depression. Here we have discussed two terms, that is angle of elevation as well as angle of depression. And angle of elevation as well as angle of depression is the angle between the line of sight and the horizontal level. But angle of elevation arises when object is above the horizontal line and angle of depression arises when object is below the horizontal line. So these are the basic terms that we are going to use to determine the height of any building. After that, we just prepare a model. In this model, what is it? It is a school building and flag is hosting here. Then it is a clinometer. What do you mean by the clinometer? Actually, clinometer is a device which is used to measure the angle of elevation as well as angle of depression. Then how can we measure that? If we are going to find out the angle of elevation either or angle of depression, then we can easily determine the height of any building as well as width of any river. Then how does it possible? First of all, we have just set the arrangement. It is a school building, it is a clinometer, and at the clinometer, the angles are measured. Here is 0. If we are going to look at the building, it's just movable. It is movable. So we just arrange the clinometer in such a way that from the straw it is visible. The top of the flag should be visible. It is a trigonometric ratios chart at which we can determine the values of various trigonometric functions very easily. It is a method that can be used by the old people also. They just use it the playing method. Then we just use it for the educational purpose. This art method is used here, and for this we can easily determine. Here is tangent theta. Tangent 0, 0. Tangent 30, 1 by root 3. Tangent 45 is 1. Tangent 60 is root 3. So by the values of, by rotating it, we can easily determine the values of various trigonometric functions. Now, how can it be used? First of all, measure the level. The level of clinometer and building, any object, any tall building, any small object, that must be at a level. Here we can see that the building, the clinometer, the base of the clinometer is here. So you have to just measure the values. It is 27 centimeter. Okay, it is just above the ground 27 centimeter. So you just take a note of this. After that, what you have to do, you have to just arrange it. You have to just move it in such a way that from the top of the building, the flag should be given. If you are able to see from here, the flag of the building can clearly visible. If any student came here, that she should come here, she can come and just check whether it is correct or not. And also determine the angle of elevation here. Is it visible to you?
Yes.
What you have seen? What you have seen?
30 degree.
The angle of elevation is 30 degree. Means for this flag, for this arrangement, the angle of elevation is 30 degree. If you are going to see, when we are going to see from the straw, like this straw, and from the straw the flag is clearly visible, top of the flag is clearly visible. It means the angle of elevation, we have determined that angle of elevation is 30 degree. Okay. The arrangement is look like this. The arrangement is same as that of. From here we have observed the straw, say what we have observed, the top of the flag we have observed. Yes or not?
Yes.
After that, here the trigonometry comes, that how it possible to determine the height of this flag post with the building. Just draw the diagram. How can we draw the diagram? We have to just use the measurement. The first, the base length. Base length means from the base of the clinometer to the building. That is 81. It is 81 centimeter. Okay. The clinometer is above the height. What is the height of the clinometer? We have just observed, that is 27 centimeter. Okay.
Yes.
After that, what is the height of building? We people don't know the height of the building. We know.
No.
Then let it be x.
Yes.
But when we are going to do the parallel line between the clinometer, if it is 81, then it is also 81.
Yes.
So let it be x, and it is 27. It means it is also 27.
Yes.
Mark the point. Let it be A, B, C, D, E. And from here we can easily see that. Just look, it is a straight line. It is a straight line which meet at the flag. So it is here the flag and it meet like S. What is the angle of elevation? of this model. Now, how can we use trigonometry to determine that what is x here? So first of all, we know that the trigonometry, by the trigonometric ratio, we can determine the known side to unknown side. Means if angle is given, then it is very easy to use that what is the value of one side if other side is given. Now look, it is 30 degree,
Yes.
it is 81 degree, and
Yes.
it is x. Okay. Now it is perpendicular of the right angle triangle,
Yes.
perpendicular,
Yes.
and it is base.
Yes.
Is there any trigonometric ratio which determines the ratio of perpendicular and base? Sine, cos, tan, cosecant, secant, cot. Which? That is tan theta. That is tan theta. Means from here we can write that ED upon base. What is base here? CD. That must be equal to 10. What is angle?
30 degree.
That is 30. What is the value of ED? That is x. CD. CD is 81. That equal to 1030. What is the value of 1030? 1 by root 3. Just cross multiply this. Root 3x is equals to 81. Then x is equals to 81 by root 3. How can it be solved further? What can we do? By the rationalization of denominator, just multiply root 3 and root 3. It is equal to 81 into root 3. Root 3 into root 3, that equal to 3. By cancellation, we just got that x is equals to 27 root 3 centimeter. Means what is the value of x here? That is 27 root 3. Okay. So the height of the flag post is 27 root 3. What is the height of the flag post? That is AE. Height of the flag post is A to E. Then AE. AE is equal to AD plus BD. AE is equal to AD plus BD. AD is equal to 27. It is 27 root 3. Just take common 27. It is 1 plus root 3. Then 27, 1 plus. What is the value of root 3? 1. That is 1.7. Then 27 into 2.7. By multiplying, we just get 72.9 centimeter. So what is the height of the flag? That is 72.9. Is it clear to all? By this way, we can determine the height of any tall building as well as width of the river as well as flag of outside of your academic block, the some flag is hosted. Every day flag is hosted. You can easily determine the height of that flag. Okay. So at last, what we have done? First, we have done about the trigonometry, line of sight, angle of elevation. What is angle of elevation? When the viewpoint is above the horizon. Or angle of depression arises when